Moving on from the major and minor chords, using this simple bar position, I want to introduce you to a full bar. Now this may be difficult to play for some of you. If it is, then continue to work on the partial and the half bar which I've shown you, and the first finger will gradually become stronger. Sometimes when people play the full bar, what happens is certain notes are not very clear. Don't worry about this, just keep persevering with it. One small tip, a lot of people when they hold the full bar tend to press into the neck with the thumb. This is not really a good thing to do because you can also put pressure on the thumb. What you want to be doing is actually pulling the arm back. So what's actually happening is the weight of the arm is helping the finger to hold down the strings. This will help you a lot. And what I'm going to show you is how to develop the full bar and the chords which can be obtained from that by simply moving individual fingers around. This is a crucial chord to learn. If we stick in the A position, we hold the same notes we had before. I'll spell them out for you. We go from the bottom, A, and the bar, the whole bar would be A, D, G, C, E, A, just to confirm. But what I'm doing is I'm putting the other three fingers down as well. Now to explain to you where this shape is coming from, if we go back to our original E chord in the cage system, what's happening is the E is being held by the open strings. The bar effectively is acting like open strings. So I'm actually placing the same finger position higher up on the fingerboard. If I go back to my E position and change the fingering, instead of using fingers 2, 3, 1, I use the fingers 3, 4, 2, and I imagine that this finger here is acting as a bar, but I don't need it because of the open strings. I simply shift this shape all the way up here and then place the bar behind it. So effectively I'm playing an E shape, but in the 5th position. When I put the bar down, this gives me an A chord. So this is a very, very simple way to think about it. And what I want you to consider from the lessons that we've talked about so far is how one thing builds on top of another. So what is terribly important is to learn these basic positions and see how these basic positions develop. Don't learn them as separate units. Don't think of this as one, this is another. They're connected. See the connection between them. And the other great thing about this chord is once you've learned it, then you can actually, as I've said before, by removing one finger, create a minor chord, or take this finger off, minor 7th chord, put this finger back down again. Suddenly you have another type of chord which we haven't discussed, which is a dominant 7th chord. Wonderful and very useful chord. Okay, I'll give you a couple of simple exercises using that to see if you can play that. I'll start off with the major, then I'll play the minor 7th, then the 7th, then the major. So you're simply replacing the fingers one after another. If you work on that fingering pattern that I've shown you, that will really open up your chord playing a lot. Suddenly, you'll have all those chords available to you in different positions.